Oh, good morning. My name is John Shea. My wife Cindy and I have been attending Grace for about 8 years. I'm not the most regular member in the pews, but using a baseball analogy, Ted Williams was the greatest hitter of all time, and he hit 400. So I think I'm doing okay. You may have seen me working in the forested circle out in front of the church. It's my pet project. With a forestry background, it was a natural place for me to start volunteering and giving some time to Grace. And I think it serves as a larger metaphor for Grace today. A few years ago, the trees in the circle were not in the best shape. They desperately needed some attention. A group of us banded together to widen the spacing, prune the trunks, clean out the underbrush, and today I'm happy to report the circle looks great. The trees are thriving. That's what I want for Grace going forward, to help ensure the financial and volunteer support and foundation for steady growth. And that's why I'm speaking to you this morning. Everyone has their own faith journey, and Grace is certainly a big part of mine. Every time I step into this sanctuary, I learn, I grow in a journey a little bit further. And I think Eric's sermon this morning was a good example of that. My spiritual journey has been filled with twists and turns. I don't need to elaborate on all of them here today. Suffice it to say that I've gently landed in this community, and I am very grateful for that. We are blessed with amazing ministers and staff, great music, and inspirational building on beautiful grounds, and expanding programs for kids and families. I personally want to ensure that this place continues to grow and prosper, and so it can serve all of us and the community here on Bainbridge and beyond. So, how do we do all that? Well, we give. Money and time are both required. The theme for the 2025 Stewardship campaign is Hope for the Future. I love its simple but powerful message. But you can't eat a hope sandwich. Action is required. Let me provide some context. I sit on the Finance Committee for Grace. Together with my fellow members, we pay close attention to a draft and final budget that we present to vestry. Our projected expenses for this year or for next year are for over $750,000. And trust me, there isn't a lot of flex in those numbers. How are we going to make all this work? We each must contribute, and we also need to help grow the congregation. When Cindy and I sit down and prioritize our charitable giving for the year, we consider Grace and its important role in our lives and in this community. This process calls for some hard decisions because there are many needs in our communities. But we make sure Grace is near the top. All I can ask is that when you and your family are making these very same considerations in completing your pledges for 2025, that you graciously consider the importance of this ministry in your faith journeys. Just like the trees in the forest, organizations need resources, time, and room for growth. Please join me in building that same foundation for Grace as we did for the trees in the circle. Thanks for your time.